today, I've got Feel Unique samples to show you today. And if you are new to Feel Unique, they do a pick and mix sample where you can pick 5 samples and they will post them to you for free. You just pay for your postage and packaging, which is £3.95, and then they give you a voucher via email, which you can then redeem on their website for your postage. So it's basically a free service. And I've got 2 lots of samples to show you today because I order and my mum also orders, but I pretty much end up with all the samples. So I'm going to start off with the first lot that I ordered, which arrived a few days ago, and then my other samples arrived today. So I thought I may as well do them together because I was going to film this one today anyway. So as per usual, you get a load of stuff. This one's coming in an envelope. My other one has come in a box, like a really big box as well, which is strange. I've never had one like that before. But you always get like a little envelope with just some vouchers or like 20% off red letter days. What's this one? Waitrose. I mean, you get these in loads of things. Bloom and Wild, which they are really nice flavours actually. I've used those before. We've got a Hotel Chocolat. Oh God, I love Hotel Chocolat. Get £5 off a £5 off a £30 spend or £10 off a £50 spend. So yeah, there's loads of little leaflets and stuff. I don't tend to use them if I'm honest, but they're there. So onto my samples. In my first one, I picked up a couple of Ritual samples. I absolutely love Ritual stuff, and I have had this one before. I think I got this one, which is the Ritual of Sakura. It's a body cream, organic rice milk and cherry blossom. I think we got this from Rms Beauty Club sample, and it was a really big sample, about 70ml or something, and it was really, really nice. I really loved it. It's just a rich, nourishing body cream. We have got 10ml, so not a great amount, but as I always say, these samples come in really handy if you are travelling or you just want to chuck something in your bag for an overnight. Oh, it just smells delicious. The Ritual stuff really smells gorgeous. Oh, I love this one. I've got the red one as well, which I'm not sure what that one's called, but that smells amazing as well. So yeah, I already know I love this because I've had a sample before. So that will probably just go in my little sample jar for me to keep for if I'm going away for a weekend or an evening. This one, however, this is the Ritual of Dow, not sure. This is a 7ml sample, and this is a night balm for the hands. And I have not smelt this green one before, so I was intrigued. And it's winter, and when do you need a hand cream more than winter? So it's actually like almost a bit like Vaseline-y looking. I'm just going to rub a little bit in. Super rich. Oh, it smells nice. It's it's not a floral scent. This one is definitely floral. This one is a lot less floral. It smells really nice. I really like that, and I'm going to be popping that on my hands tonight because the cold weather really does affect the skin on my hands and I have to moisturise extra often. So yeah, loving that one, and I love Ritual, such nice products. Next up, I got this from Caudalie, and I'm sure I've had a little sample of this before, but I'm not sure I've ever used it. This is the Radiance Serum Complexion Correcting for all skin types, 10ml. Now when I got this on the sample website, there was also a much smaller sample available of this, so watch out. Sometimes there are bigger samples available on the same service. It's really strange. Well, this has got a seal on, so I'm not going to open it because I've got quite a few serums at the moment I'm using. But it just says apply morning and evening before your Vino Perfect Moisturizer. And Caudalie is a really nice brand, really like them. I've used quite a few of their products, only samples because it's a bit pricey for me. But this is a really, really good size sample for a free item. That's really good, 10ml. And with serum, that's going to last you quite a while. I also picked up this one, which has come on a little leaflet from Radiance. This is the Pixie Skin Blurring Beauty Elixir. So this is definitely just a sample. It's like a little sachet, but still I think we get, does it tell you how much we've got in here? 4.5ml, so it's still not a bad size sample, especially if it's a primer, which I think it is. Let's have a look what it says. So it's called a smoothing serum, but it sounds to me a bit more like a primer because it says Pixie Skin Blowing Beauty Elixir Drops can be used for all skin types for a seamless airbrushed finish, reducing the appearance of pores, imperfections and fine lines. So to me, I would use that more like a primer after my moisturiser, before my makeup, just to try and blur any imperfections before I put my makeup on. It says use on its own to mattify skin, blur imperfections and even skin tone, or apply under makeup for a matte, even base and prolonged makeup wear. And it's got aloe vera to soften and soothe and promote healing, vitamin E to reduce inflammation, hyaluronic acid to provide intense hydration and improve skin texture, glycerin keeps skin moisturised, and cucumber to rejuvenate skin and encourage anti-aging. It is vegan and cruelty free, which is great, and Rms is not an expensive brand, so it is something that might be quite affordable. So that's kind of why I picked it up, because I thought I can give it a try, and if I like it, then this is possibly something that I can repurchase, because it's not going to break the bank. And if it does all of those things, I'll be more than happy to repurchase and use. So yeah, I'm really excited to try that one on. I will be trying that one soon. So look out for an empties video, because that will be in there soon. And then my last one is this from La Roche-Posay. And it looks massive. When I saw it, I didn't think it was going to come like this at all. I thought it would just be a little... like some little sachets, which it is in here, but you've got quite a lot of information here about the product. So this is Hylu B5 Serum, hyaluronic acid with vitamin B5, smooths, repairs, replumps, an intensely hydrating serum that is clinically proven to replump skin and accelerate skin repair. So this looks really interesting, and La Roche-Posay is a really nice brand. I had a sample of some of their sun cream, like a facial sun cream in the summer, and it was lovely, but a bit pricey. So with this one, they have done some sort of test. 52 women aged 40 to 65, all with sensitive skin, have said 71% of them said their wrinkles looked reduced, which sounds good to me. So we've got 8 days, so you're meant to use one of these sachets a day. And I'm presuming then after that 8 days, you will have noticed a difference. You've got a 1.5ml sample in each. So that's not a bad sample at all to receive. And they've just got some of the reviews from people using it. Let's have a look. So it says, my husband has extremely dry, irritated and red skin around his eyes. After only 2 days using this product, there was a huge difference in him. The redness and irritation had reduced considerably. So this is a good one to get if you're suffering with dry and irritated skin. This might help. I get a lot of redness. My cheeks are really red constantly. I think it's a little bit of rosacea rather than anything actually irritating my skin. But I'm happy to give this a go and see whether it works. Someone else has said, I feel that it gave my skin a boost of moisture and plumpness for the day. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good one to try, especially if you've got sensitive skin. I am looking forward to giving that a go. Interesting. And how good is that for a sample? So my first lot of picks, we had the serums, the sort of sensitive skin serums from La Roche-Posay. I got the Pixie Skin Blowing Beauty Elixir from Barry M. We got the Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiance Serum Complexion Corrector from Caudalie. And then we got the 2 Ritual products, a body cream and a hand cream. So really happy with those. Super excited to try out some of those. And then this one, which got delivered today in this humongous box, which is great because at least I can recycle the box. Because I'm sure I've mentioned before, but my big issue with these is, although they're paper, they've bubble wrapped the inside. Oh, there's something else in there. Oh, it's just your little leaflets telling you what you've got. Yeah, there's all bubble wrap inside, so I'm never sure whether I can actually recycle those or not, whereas at least with a box, I can recycle it all. So, although it's rather big for what it was, for what was in there, I'll just show you. I didn't get any leaflets in this one. That's what was in there, and there was like a big, like, you know, not the bubble wrap, but you know the ones that are big, inflated bits of plastic. I don't know how to describe them, but that was in there, which obviously can't be recycled because my actual samples aren't that big. Anyway, enough rambling. My 5 samples. I'll start with the smallest one, which I was expecting to be like this. This is exactly how it looked on the website. This is Rms Beauty Lip to Cheek, and it's just something that can be used either on your lips or your cheeks using fingers or a blusher brush to apply. And they do a range of different colours, and on this one we've got sort of a pinky tone which is called Demure. We've got a more reddy tone, reddy nude tone called Modest, and then we've got more of a brownie tone at the bottom called Elusive. And I just thought they were really nice colours. I'll probably use them all for lips. Maybe these two I would possibly use for blush. That's definitely too dark for blush for me, but obviously if you had a different skin tone, this could work differently for you. I thought that would be nice to try. Never heard of the brand, never seen them. They're certified organic, which is great. So if you're looking for an organic makeup brand, this might be one to check out. And we've just got, it says 315 mg. So, I mean, they're tiny. They're going to be tiny. But I will definitely give them a try and see what they're like. I love a lip product. Love a good lip. And they've got some nice colours there. So, yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with those. Next up, I saw this from Elizabeth Arden, New York, which is this little tiny, cute little palette. We have 1.9 grams in here. And this is called Flawless Finish Sponge On Cream Makeup. So, I'm not sure whether this is meant to be like a foundation, but I mean that is too dark for me. Look how pasty my skin is. This just isn't going to work for me. So you get this little compact, and in it you get the little sponge applicator and the little foundation. I would imagine it's meant to be like a foundation. I'm not sure what to do with this now. I got excited when I saw it. I thought it might be a little bit too dark for me. I suppose I could use it as contour if I ever contoured, which, to say the least, is a rarity. I very, very, very rarely contour, even if I'm doing full-on makeup for a night out. Don't think I very often contour. I usually, if I'm going to do anything, I just do a little bit of bronzer rather than contouring. So I might save this and pop it into my giveaway because it might suit someone else better. Someone else, even with my skin tone, who contours a lot, could use this. I was just really intrigued because I don't think I've ever seen Elizabeth Arden on there before, and this looks like a really good sample size. But it just kind of reminded me as well of things that I used in my youth. So rather than proper foundations, I would always have something like this in my bag and just do a quick sort of skin coverage with that rather than a proper full-on foundation. It might just be me. I've always been a bit lazy with makeup, but it just had some sort of nostalgic feels. Obviously, I didn't have Elizabeth Arden when I was a kid, but yeah, it just felt a bit nostalgic for me. But again, a really good little sample size. And ideally, if you're going for a night out, if this is something that you actually use and buy, this is in shade Toasty Beige, which is 06. So if this is something that you use anyway on the regular, you could pick up the little sample along with some other samples. And then you've got this, just chuck in your handbag. You can fit that in the tiniest handbag ever for nights out, for little touch-ups. So I thought that was really good. Next up, I got this from Sarah Chapman London, which is Skin Assist Eye Recovery Eye Cream. I am always on the lookout for a good eye cream. This is tiny, but again, if you've got a good eye cream, you shouldn't need to use too much anyway. I'm not sure. There you go. I nearly got through a whole video without dropping a product, but no, had to do it right near the end. I don't think it tells you how much is in here. Oh, it does 1 ml, literally 1 ml. So I'm only going to get a couple of uses out of this. This is Peptide Packed Line Smoothing Eye Cream. Gently smooth around the eyes, day and night, and I'm presuming it's going to help to fade all my fine lines, wrinkles, eye bags. I will let you know how I get on. I am on the hunt for the perfect eye product that is going to depuff, brighten and reduce all my fine lines that are now appearing around my eyes. I haven't found it yet. If you know what it is, then let me know in the comments below, because I'm always on the hunt. And it doesn't have to be the cheapest. My under eye cream is one thing that I will probably spend a little bit more on because it's the one place that I'm absurdly conscious of. So interested to try this and see how I get on. I've tried a few eye products from the Feel Unique sample service. Haven't found any that I've been massively impressed with yet. And I've had some quite expensive ones from there to try, some like expensive brands, and nothing that I've thought, wow, this really does work. So I'm still on the look. I'm still on the look. Next up, I picked up this, which I thought sounded really interesting. It's come in this really cool little pot, which I will get out in a minute, and it's in a lot of plastic packaging, which isn't great. But this is Beauty Kitchen, and it is Seahorse Plankton Everlasting Radiance Moisturizer. So I'm just going to get it out of the plastic, because first of all, that's not great. Although, now I'm reading the actual cardboard, it says carbon neutral packaging, pre-cycled. So let's have a little look, because I'm quite intrigued now. So carbon neutral packaging, pre-cycled. This jar has been saved from going to landfill. Using it makes us happy. Okay. I don't know whether it tells you any more about the packaging, because I'm quite intrigued as to whether the packaging, whether this is recyclable, but I'm not sure it actually tells you anywhere. No, it doesn't tell you whether this is recyclable or not, but I will chuck it in the recycling and hope for the best. But this just says Seahorse Plankton microalgae skincare for glowing radiant skin. It says Seahorse Plankton is 100% natural, biologically proven microalgae for sustainable beauty that starts working in 24 hours to prolong skin's natural youthful appearance, smooth and soothe problem skin, stimulate skin's elasticity, reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, hydrate and protect the skin against environmental damage. And they are supporting the Seahorse Trust, which is great. This is meant to be suitable for all skin types, which is great again, and increase the collagen production by 19.3% in 24 hours. That sounds pretty darn impressive. And to use just says, for natural, smooth, hydrated and healthy skin, apply a small amount daily to your face and neck. Apply after using Seahorse Plankton High Definition Facial Oil, which I obviously don't have, but I do have some facial oils which I could possibly use with it. We've got a 6ml sample here. I do quite like the fact that they haven't put too much branding on the actual bottle. It's not like covered in their logo or anything. So I think people would be more inclined to reuse the pot then for like travelling, to put other samples in. I'll get this over. Oh, I can't peel it off. Anyway, let's get in and have a look at this. Oh, it's got a strong smell, but not like an unpleasant smell. It reminds me of something. What's it remind me of? I want to say Espa. Maybe it reminds me of an Espa product. Let's just pop a little bit on my super dry hand and see how that feels. Oh, it's sunk in really quickly. It does smell very spa-like, and I think that's why I'm thinking of the Espa products. But yeah, smells nice, and that's sunk it into my skin really quickly and already looks really smooth. Like I said, my hands were feeling quite dry because the weather's just suddenly, we've had a bit of a cold snap. It was really frosty the other morning, so that's really nice. Yeah, looking forward to trying that. Really intrigued by some of the things on the packaging, about how it's carbon neutral packaging, and they're supporting the Seahorse Trust, which shows that they're caring about the planet, which is nice. And some people are really into that, aren't they? So yeah, if that's your thing, then maybe that's a good one to check out from Beauty Kitchen. And then last but by no means least, I got this from Nude by Nature. I have had a few Nude by Nature products before, and I've only used, I think I've used the highlighting stick, which I think I got from Latest in Beauty, but that I have really, really loved. In the summer, that was perfect. It was like a gorgeous bronzy goldy glow, and I used it loads. I have got another powder from them. I can't remember what it is. I don't think it's the same as this one. I think the one that I've got might be a loose, like translucent setting powder, which I haven't used yet because I've got a big full size feature one that I'm using at the moment. But this is Natural Glow Loose Bronzer. So I definitely haven't got this because this is a bronzer, and I'm sure the other one is more of a setting powder or a finishing powder. This is in 01 Bondi Bronze, and we've got 1.5 grams there, but that looks like quite a big jar for 1.5 grams. That looks quite a lot. Let's see if we've got anything on. If you don't know about Nude by Nature, they're an Australian brand, and they're supposed to have ingredients that benefit your skin and give a flawless finish. It's makeup, but it's more than that because it's good for your skin, apparently. Adapts naturally to skin tones, providing the perfect glow without the damaging effects of the sun. So apparently it's going to be good for all skin tones. It's going to somehow adjust to your skin tone. It sounds intriguing. Yeah, interested to try it. It looks very dark, personally, for me. Why do I smell everything? This is just makeup, but it doesn't, it doesn't really smell of anything. I'm just going to pop a tiny bit on my finger and just put it on my hand. It's not actually too dark. I think that could work quite nicely. I don't use bronzer all the time, so something like this would last me ages, and it's always a great way to try something new, a new product or a new brand that you're not sure of. Lovely to pick up a little sample and give it a go. I do like Nude by Nature products. Like I said, I really enjoyed their highlighter, so I'm looking forward to trying that and seeing how it goes. So these products, I was really impressed with the moisturizer, and then we've got the Nude by Nature bronzer, which is a really good size. This is again Elizabeth Arden little I think it's like a foundation, and then I've got my little eye cream and my little lip and blush. I think I struggled to find something that I liked when it came to the last product, and that's why I picked this, because I'm always going to use lipstick. So those were all of my products. Got lots of makeup this time, which is unusual for me. I got these, which are all makeup, and then I've got the Barry M like primer, which is makeup. But I'm really impressed, and I do still really love the Feel Unique sample service. I do think that it's hit and miss. Sometimes you get really great stuff, other times there's not much on there. There's a lot of perfume fragrances which you can just pick up when you go into a department store, but a lot of the time there are great things, and I love it when there's something new to the market and they have a sample of it on there, so that I can pick it up and try it without having to actually purchase the full size product. And then I love the fact that I get my postage back, and so if I do fall in love with an item, I can then go onto their website, claim my postage back off that item, and save myself nearly £4 on a full size product, which is great. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, especially like the new makeup-y bits and the serums that I haven't tried before. Let me know what you think of them, if any of them you've thought are really good or a bit naff and that I've wasted my time picking them. But everyone's different, so maybe if you don't like it, maybe I will, or vice versa. But I will be letting you know how I got on with these products. Once I've used them, they'll end up in my empties box, and then in the future I will be doing an empties video and telling you all about the products and which ones I loved, which ones I hated, which ones I would definitely repurchase. So if you're not subscribed, then I'd appreciate it if you did. Just click the little subscribe button down below, and if you click the little bell next to it, that will notify you every time I upload a video. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you for another video very, very soon. Thanks guys. Bye.